Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca in with Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 5 Reunion Part 1 and Part 2. For those of y'all that are new to me, when Love and Hip Hop do a multiple reunion special, what I do is, unless something really pops off on either one, if something pops off on Part 1, and it's worthy of me doing a whole video, then I'll come in and I'll do a video on it. Otherwise, I combine them all into one video because it just makes sense to me. And that's the reason why you didn't get a Love and Hip Hop Reunion Season 5 Part 1. Because I do it together. So, going forward, you'll know for the new folks that I have over here. Now, before we get into that, I want to remind you that over on my second channel, I do have a video up. I will link my second channel down in my description box. You can go over and check that out on the Evolution of Nyca. I talk about seasonal depression, how people with autoimmune deficiencies, feel, and maybe some tips that will help you feel a little bit better. Just an encouraging little video as we enter the holiday season, where a lot of people do feel a certain kind of way. We're going to talk about it over there. But as for right now, let's talk about Part 1 of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 5 Reunion, okay? It wasn't all that to me. Again, that's why I combine them together. Fashions will fuck men and females as well. Other than, I say, I like Princess Love outfit, and I like K. Michelle's multiple outfit changes. Pam done got married, y'all, to that Nigerian. Well, I said when I heard that, then she need to go on. Since she want to be on TV so bad, she should go over to TLC and join the 90-Day Fiancé show. Because, child, that Nigerian, if he ain't right, we gonna hear some stories. Anyway, we move on to a beauty safari, old sexy thing, finally saying that he didn't have relations with Lyrica, okay? He finally said the words that we needed him to say. Now, he said Ray was being messy and taking things out of context, and he did. Hell no, Safari couldn't did that rumor that we dealt with all season during the first and second episodes of the show, because this was the storyline for them folks this season. I think they, they flirted with each other, but screwing, I never thought that they really did screw. I was wondering a couple times, though, because the way he was acting and the way he was acting was giving me, what's going on here, tease. Anyway, Kimberly K. Michelle said that she was wrong to tell A1 talking about what she thought her friend had did. So she apologized to Safari for that. Lyrica, who was in the back somewhere because she's very pregnant, started cackling like she really can touch K. Michelle. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch. But she was telling her to shut the fuck up with all that foolery. Child, I don't know. They go back and forth, and K. Michelle say she don't be finger pointing at me because I'm a real goon. And I said, y'all, that took me back, baby. Because I remember, I keep telling y'all from the hood, baby, don't be finger pointing at me unless you about that life. Because, child, it can get real. Then Big Lyrica jumps in, saying that Kay needs to leave her daughter alone because she's 7 months pregnant. Now, I done told y'all, if a pregnant chick put herself in a situation that she could actually jeopardize the safety of herself or her unborn fetus, well, then that's just her. Be it yelling till your water break or threatens to break, running your blood pressure up, all of that. If you put yourself in that position, then be prepared to deal with it however it may come back to you, honey. That's all I'm saying. If a pregnant chick can jump up and act a fool and put herself in harm's way, then who am I to sit? Don't be trying to hold me accountable for how I respond to it, because she knew she was pregnant when she got in my face. That's what I'm saying, okay? So, Lyrica Senior need to shut the hell up and go back there and talk to her daughter. Because it wasn't her daughter. It wasn't K. Michelle's responsibility to care nothing about her unborn child. That was up to her. And really, she was doing all that hollering for no reason. Okay, so then Lyrica Senior and K. Michelle get into it, and K. Michelle ends up just walking off the stage saying that bitch just really want to be my friend. Child, I hollered. So Nina started asking A1 how he felt about, the rumors and other things. Child, he got amnesia. He didn't want to remember nothing. You could see Nina got frustrated at that point, too, in the reunion and said, well, look, this is the reunion. This is where we talk about what happened during the season. You can't say you don't want to talk or don't remember. A1 say him and Lyric are trying to move forward. Okay, well, you know what? Walk away. That's what you should have done. You should have walked away. You shouldn't have brought your ass to the reunion because you knew you was going to be asked these questions about the season. Child, look, they played coy like, and it was irritating. They played real coy. Even Lyrica Senior was backpedaling and pussy popping. She said she never said that Safari sent an inappropriate photo. I said, well, you said something. You said that something was sent to her inappropriate. I didn't care. Once Safari said he ain't mess with her, he ain't get her none of I man meat, then I was cool with it, child. And y'all should be too. Anyway, moving along. A1 and Lyrica seem to have gotten the big heads, if you ask me, with this show. And the scandal and how much attention people paid to them this season, almost to the point where they act like, well, we don't tell you nothing, you don't know nothing, and you'll bring us back. Girl, please, y'all storyline was only interesting because Safari was a part of it. So who's really the star? My opinion, you don't have to agree, but that's just how I took away from what they was giving over there. Y'all saw Lyrica then move on to arguing at Monique's. Yes, she pregnant. Don't y'all, once again, don't y'all be yelling at her. Girl, go get your daughter. Rockstar says Simone needs to leave Lyrica alone. You always going after pregnant women. Okay, but Mr. Closet Queen, didn't you go after that same pregnant woman? You said you screwed her and that it was like the Sahara Desert, right? You said she was Sahara Desert dry, right? Pam then goes off on Lyrica Senior. She told her, fuck her. She's sitting there looking all exotic but broke as hell. She borrowed money from her son A1 all the time. She read Lyrica Senior down, honey. She said Lyrica Senior ain't innocent. Said her son Lloyd ain't even talking to her right now because of shit that has to do with her. But A1 always giving them a second chance. Child, she said Lyrica Senior always in A1 and Lyrica business, baby. Pam was going in, do you hear me? But then Lyrica gonna say she don't know what Pam talking about. Lyrica Senior said she didn't know what Pam was talking about. A1 telling Pam to calm down, she doing too much. She told him, you always checking us, but not that bitch. I ain't doing too damn much of shit. Pam did go off on her, but she calmed down just a little bit. Then Rockstar, did you sleep with Lyrica? This is his excuse, y'all. He said he's not a liar, but he was being petty. A1 said he and Rockstar been knowing each other for years, and Rockstar is known as somewhat of a comedian. He known for jokes. So when he was doing all that, what he was doing during the season, he really didn't pay it no mind. Basically, he admitted that he slept with Lyrica, but it was way back in high school. He admitted he was petty to bring it up without an actual timeline. Or when it supposedly happened, y'all. I said foolishness. Rockstar ain't shit to me. Lyrica explained that she went to see Rockstar dressed like she, like old thought because her and A1 wasn't together. He backed her up saying that they wasn't together. They both did them, so neither holds the other one responsible for anything that happened while they was apart. Same shit we saw him say on the Breakfast Club and the Wendy Williams show, if you saw that interview. We saw the results of the DNA test, and A1 is the father. He said due to the mess that has been going on, Lloyd and his wife, Patrice, started so much drama, showing his mama them text messages that he has now decided to cut them off because of all the negativity, because he's not tolerating it. That started Pam up again. She wanted to know, what about Lyrical Senior? She not innocent. She said, you never check Lyrical Senior. You always checking us. Lil Lyrica says to Pam that she's evil and she will not be able to see her grandchild. A1 told her, hold up. Now, Lyrica, you're going too far. You can't make that kind of decision. That's my mama, and you can't say that. Lyrica said, well, Pam calling her mother out her name making her have to do a DNA, and never once has she even bothered to apologize for doing it. Now correct me, child. Did we not just learn about a breakup of A1 and Lyrica where they both went out and did their own thing, and then when they got back together, she was pregnant shortly thereafter? Okay, so my thing is this. Girl, you was out here thotting and doing your thing, dipping it low, dipping it and doing it. That's what you was doing. So when you got back with your husband and immediately got pregnant, everybody was saying, is he certain? You should have even been saying that too. But the DNA test has been done, and thank God you were safe, girl. It's his baby, so shut the fuck up. But we wasn't nobody wrong for saying that he should have a DNA. Hell, everybody felt that way, including him. That's why he asked you to get it. People kill me trying to act like they don't know why. Anyway, let's move on to Amber, Sean Love, and Rockstar. That was our next conversation on part 1. And he suggested that Amber do modeling, and I do as well, because clearly, her trying to sing did not go too well. We got a clip of her singing, and it just wasn't right, child. We heard the doctored and the undoctored version, and I would agree she needs to go into modeling. Leave that singing alone. Amber says she actually sings low, not high. No, baby, you don't sing, period. You can't. He said Amber and Apple are the only two females that he hasn't had any dealing with on the show. Now, see, that confused me, because, so the rest of y'all done had some dealings with the rock star, and if so, why? Thing is, no one denied it. I didn't know if he was telling the truth, and it's not too hard to believe that he could possibly did that with somebody. I don't know what he was talking about in that moment, but I know this. Didn't nobody sit there and deny it. So, obviously, we're going to let it ride. Then we moved to Sean Love and Apple, and apparently things aren't, mixing well with them. Sean said that she got to save a hoe mentality, and Apple said that she's not a hoe. Apple said Sean wanted her to sit around and wait for her to make deals with her, but she needed money, honey, to provide for her and her children. She said she was always misunderstood. Then Sean pulls out these receipts showing all the monies that she done spent on Apple. Apple said, so now you want your money back? Sean said, oh, I will get my money back. Apple said, well, take me to jail, because I ain't giving you shit. Okay? To me, y'all, Apple is somewhat misunderstood. She grew up rough and probably have tried trusting people in the past and only been let down by them, so she don't want to trust Sean, and I honestly think Sean cares about her, to be honest. She feels Sean wants to throw it up in her face what she's done for her, and she don't like that. Sean says she do want to help Apple, and maybe they can eventually sit down and work things out, and Apple says she agreed to it. Then we Skyped in that fake daddy she had, Mr. John Watts, or James Watt, or whatever the fuck his name is. And my question was, which was everybody, why didn't you just say you wasn't her father if you knew that? He lied and said that he did tell Apple when she first approached him, but she wanted the father so bad, he just decided to be there for her. And I'm like, that shit don't sound right. Y'all, it's a lot going on with this story, but he said he still wanted to have a relationship with Apple, and she said she good, she declined. And I agree, because it's something creepy and unsettling about him. Why are you here? You knew years ago that this wasn't your daughter when she came to you. Why didn't you? And I don't believe you told her and never, Child, he a fuck shit nigga. Anyway, AD and Monique's working out. They working stuff out. They don't know if they're going to be together or not. She didn't care about the judgment Rockstar and Bridget showed toward her falling out in the studio. She said until they can walk a mile in her shoes, fuck them. Now, we already know Moniece can sing and sing well. Rockstar is saying that he know Moniece and she playing victim, and that's what she do, and this ain't about no illness or no mental illness, so he don't feel bad for laughing at her and not for not believing her. K. Michelle stood in for Moniece and told Rockstar to shut the fuck up. Look at you here arguing with a woman like this. He told Kay to shut the fuck up. She old and he don't talk to folks over 40. I said, well, why, bitch? That you probably need to. Is it because we clock your team? You little closet bitch, you. Ooh, he is dumb as fuck. To even say something like that you know that he dumb. Kay told him, who know you don't? You not a Stevie J. You ain't a Ray J. Hell, you not even an A1. She told him, you the type of dude that I send people for. I said, not the goon squad. Child, he kept saying she old. She told him to go get a peach, bitch, and go to Atlanta. You a housewife now. I laid out, bitch. I laid out. She really gave him the business. He can't handle it, so, surprisingly, A1 and him left together, supposed to go to spend money. But this bitch gonna show up again before the end of this review, okay? Now, Jay Will again apologizes for his behaviors this season. We see, Jay Will apologize, and then we move on over to Ray J, who now says that he has an even deeper respect for women after watching what his wife went through giving birth to their daughter. I said, that's what's up. That kind of touched K. Michelle because she tells us that she got 2 embryos in the freezer and she contemplating on whether she'll implant them into herself or get a surrogate, but she definitely wants more children. Then we move on to Agbar, Tierra, Sade, and Xena Warrior Princess, also known as Alessandra. Now, I don't like Agbar. To me, he's a chauvinist pig, and he's a true narc. Tierra said that she met him a year before rehab, but got reacquainted with him right out of rehab. Sade said Bitchy was begging for his number. She said she didn't get out of rehab, said when she got out of rehab, she reconnected with him and ended up falling for him. She believed everything that he was saying. Sade is still sitting there talking about, you still trying, you still was begging for his number. She said, bitch, I ain't had to beg for the number. It just came to me like that. I don't know what the harem looked stupid tonight or last night. Now, bitch, we all agree Tierra was a fool, but bitch, you aren't any better because you don't know your worth either. Now, and then you ain't no castmate, so bitch, you are extra here. We ain't really caring for you. Tierra said that he's a cheater, deceiver, and a heartbreaker. He said that he found Tierra broken and tried to fix her. Now, mind you, the other 2 hoes sitting there listening to this. Then he said, you calling me all this, but you still single. I said, Tierra, tell that bitch because you smart enough to realize you deserve a man who can be with you and only you. You don't need a old jackleg ass pimp like him with a superiority complex that don't add up to his character. Girls, boy, I don't like him. He ain't shit. He ain't even worth the bowel movement, much less a woman's time and energy. He a clout chasing bitch, and that mess with, I don't get him. You mess with this woman at a vulnerable time in her life. You and your sidekicks thought it was okay to try to bring this broken woman into this tore-up-ass relationship that y'all have. Nobody has ever loved Sade and Alessandro clearly. Because if they had, these women would not feel that what this man is providing for them makes them feel complete. They wouldn't think of him as such a nice person. He said he likes women who society has passed on and think that they nothing but whores. Tierra said, so that's how you see Alessandro and Sade? And he realized what he said and tried to say no. But how you going to say no? Because you just said that you mess with women who don't have fathers so that you can be their daddy. I just didn't get him. Bridget started asking him, why would you choose a female that's not stable to come into a situation like what you got going on now, knowing that they would not respect her or receive her well? That was a good question. She said, you can say that you trying to uplift her, but how is it when you bringing her to a situation that she can't win in? And I felt the same way. Child, the members of the harem said for Bridget to shut the fuck up, wasn't nobody talking to them. Bridget said, but bitch, I'm talking to you. And Moniece was about to say something, but he said something about talking about she looked sick, she losing weight. And baby, when I tell you Moniece tried to throw that shoe, that is what happened. And that leads us into part two. She tried to throw a shoe at his ass, and I can totally understand why she would have done such a thing. I mean, damn, you get tired of people talking shit at you, okay? Tiara's still arguing with Moniece. She's still arguing with Akbar. Moniece tried to throw the shoe, like I said. Meanwhile, once again, remember we thought now I told y'all, Rockstar and A1 supposed to left the reunion together. Rockstar is over on the side yelling, talking about don't fall out, Monique. But my question is, bitch, why is you here? Alexandra, a.k.a. Xena Warrior Princess, asked Akbar did he help her, said that Akbar helped her get structured because she was new in L.A. She said Tiara needed someone like Akbar to help her get her life together. He said he wasn't in love with Tiara, but she was addicted to him, and, that's typical of an addict to get hooked on to a person as well as their substance. I'm trying to figure out why he acting like he her savior. Tiara admitted that she went back to Akbar because she was in love. Bridget once again asked logical questions like, why bring her around women who were not going to uplift her in any way? He said Tiara knew about his lifestyle, and she said, no, I didn't. And I believe if she did, why did you, when she asked you about it during the season, did you say that it wasn't so? Y'all wouldn't have had that conversation if she knew, so you're lying. He then tried to recruit Bridget, who just way not for him, honey. See, Akbar ain't shit, and it's not entertaining as he is, to disgusting to me. So I hope Mona realizing this scene, if no other scene during the season, I hope she looks at this reunion clip and she realized that he just ain't even. Don't bring him back. Do not bring him or that foolishness that surrounds him back. I hope that she is revamping these love and hip hops across the board. Because, child, you got impressionable people out here watching your shows every week. And believe it or not, some of them think that this shit is real, child. Yes, I've seen it firsthand. But young ladies and young men, this is not reality. This shit don't go like this. Akbar preys on weak women. And he did it with Tiara. Tiara said that she didn't release her sex tape. Xena Warrior Princess said that she did. She was at their house and she watched Tiara upload it. Well, if that's the case, why the hell did you come to the press conference and say that you did it? She talking about she was not willing to let a good man go down over a lie. Said that Tiara, she took accountability for it because Tiara couldn't do it for herself. Girl, you stupid. You gonna incriminate yourself and go to jail for this man? But child, she was willing to do it. She was willing to do it. That's what she told us last night. Now, do I think this was planned? To a certain degree, but I don't think that she uploaded her own video. I don't believe it. Now, I think Tiara is very simple, and she really does need to get her some therapy to find out what's fucked up inside of her besides her alcohol problem that makes her decide to be with people like this. Tiara Head got frustrated and walked off the stage. She said she wasn't going to keep giving him what he wanted, which is clout off her name, which is exactly what he wanted. He clout chasing. He knew this girl was on this show. She was in a bad situation. He latched on. Somewhere in all of this mess was contrived, but I don't think that she knew as much as we may have originally thought she did. Because, see, we still giving Tierra more credit than what I see on this show last night that she deserves. We giving her way too much. Tierra really is simple. Now, that's not to degrade her in any way. It just means she need to go get some shit fixed. I told y'all the brain is like an organ. The shit subject to malfunction. Something going on with that girl. Okay? But she had left off the stage and she told one of the producers she would not sit through any more lies. Now, make a decision, them or me. And when the commercial came, we came back from commercial, she was on the stage and they had K. Michelle behind the scenes because, remember, it's time to deal with their situation, and remember, it was said on site. Kay said, look here, you ain't got to tell me on site. I'm from Memphis, you from Detroit. We fight because we believe in what we say. I never had a problem with you. She said, act bar cool. But I never wanted to be a part of this mess. If anything, I would rather get with the little dark skin one talking about Sade, sitting up there next to him. That she more my type. But other than that, no ma'am, I didn't want to have no dealings with it. And if I said or did anything that hurt your little feelings, I want to apologize to you because I ain't never thought nothing but something positive about you. So I'm sorry. So child, after she gave that apology, her and K. Michelle was cool. Then it's time to deal with Brooke and her messy ass shenanigans, and she said that if she hurt anybody feelings, she apologized. She was just talking. And what she didn't say is, I was just doing my job, pushing the storylines along. Mind you, she did what Carly Red does every year. See, it took us off guard because we ain't used to messy Brooke. We used to want Brooke to sing. But she did apologize and whatever, and because she meant everything. I don't know why she apologized. I think she meant to do everything she did this season. Then we move on over to Solo, Lucha, and Nikki. They go back and forth, and to be honest, I think Nikki did sleep with Solo, but for some reason she don't want to admit it. I don't think Solo would lie like that. He may be a lot of things on this show, but a liar has not been one that we've seen. So I fully believe that Solo and Nikki do mess around, but for whatever reason, she don't need to come. She don't want to admit it, and it's for that reason she don't need to bring her ass back on this show no more. You done been playing around for a couple of years now. You haven't had anything solid that we was really interested in a minute. You keep coming on this show, but you give nothing. So why do you have a starring cast role? You need to be just like Fizz, a friend of the show, if you just got to be here. Better yet, you don't even need to be on here anymore, because what do you bring? You don't bring nothing. So there's no reason for her to keep coming on here. Then we move to Amber and Sean Love and the wig snatching. And Sean said that her wig was glued down that day. She knew Amber's wasn't, so she just grabbed it and swatted at Bridget with it. She said she couldn't get her shoe off fast enough because she old. Bridget said she was just trying to be diplomatic, and Sean said, well, I didn't want to hit her because I might hurt her. I just use Amber wig. And Bridget let her know, no, don't say you didn't want to hurt me. Just say that you couldn't get to me like that, because see, if we'd have had a fight, it would have just been a fight. It ain't like you just gonna whoop my ass. And she didn't say that, but y'all, that's what I got out of that. Bridget let her know, you ain't just gonna whoop my ass. Bridget said texting Amber was childish and petty. They shouldn't have done that because Marcus never got checked. And I said, come through, Bridget, finally somebody with some sense. Brooke, you only was supposed to confront Marcus, but you didn't, because you know what you got in that man. But you ain't have no reason to be coming at Amber about your man, because you don't know what that man has said to her to make her keep dealing with him. Now, he said Brooke didn't like him liking pictures, which he and Amber have known each other for a minute, and it was time for them if they had ever wanted to hook up, but that wasn't what for them. And when they did talk, it was about music. Now, we see Brother Marcus, you got a little fuckboy tendencies about you, and that's why that girl reacted. I like Brother Marcus, don't get me wrong, but Brother Marcus is a bit of a bitch boy, okay? Now stop being a fuck boy, and she and us will stop accusing you of shit. Child, we saw Brooke and Marcus flashback, and she said Marcus know what, it is. He followed her down to Houston, presented that ring in front of her family. So it is what it is. That's why she acted the way she did in this season. She said also she gave him a pass during this season to do him, to sow his royal loss, because she was coming out of a past relationship that was somewhat like Akbar's situation. So that she wasn't finna sleep with him. That's why she gave him a pass. Child, I was totally confused. I didn't get that all the way. She threw me with that one. As far as I'm concerned, from time this was taped, they were supposed to be still together, okay? I honestly don't care about Brooke and Brother Marcus or Booby, because clearly Booby got some feelings, or he wanted a few minutes of fame on this show again. Other than that, I don't care about them people, y'all. I really don't. Michelle, and Paris. I'm sick of this too. Apparently she wasn't aware that the total of money that she owed had gone to $300, because it takes time for fraud to show up. You knew you had used her card on more than just those two occasions, and the total was more than $50. Or did you feel that you were going to get away with it? See, K. Michelle says she's still pressing charges against Paris for throwing that drink in her face after her having had surgery a few days before that. She's going to teach her a lesson. She also says Paris' situation, the problem with me and Paris is she not understanding that it doesn't matter how much you took. It's the point that you took it from me and it was mine. You didn't ask me. Paris don't get that. She think because it's such a small amount, the girl shouldn't be mad. Well, that's not so. If you take 50 cents from that somebody purse or off their countertop, even though it's just 2 quarters, 50 cents, it didn't belong to you. And that person has a right to react however they choose to react. K. Michelle is hurt because she saw Paris as her friend and her sister. She said if Paris hefty ass would have wanted a cheeseburger, all she had to do was ask. She would have bought her the 2 cheeseburger meal. But she threw that bitch now. And she walked off the stage and said she's not giving it no more energy. Paris gonna learn to not steal from her. She don't care about the money. She want her to understand that you did wrong for what you did to me. I don't think Paris is gonna get it. I don't think she's gonna get it. Anyway, we move on to Moniece and Princess, and basically they made up. They both apologized sincerely. Moniece did apologize to Ray J as well. Princess got up and security thought they was gonna fight, but no, she went over there and hugged Moniece to applause from the audience as well as Nina and me too. We saw that they later on started following each other on IG. They did have a little tear for a minute ago, but they cool again because they liking each other's shit again. So good. I'm happy for that. K. Michelle sings Save Me. I love that song, y'all. I think I'm going to link that down in my description box in case anybody want to hear it again. K can sing her face off no matter how crazy she is. We learned that Bridget was wearing Safari ring, but they don't want to talk about it because they don't know where it's going to go. Jay Will is going to be Jay Will unless the light bill come due and he got to flip back to Candy because Candy paid the bills. And that was it. That was all. Y'all, that's it. That's all I have to say. Nyca, baby, don't need to come back. Akbar and his harem don't need to come back. If Tiara ain't on something decent, she don't need to bring her ass back. A1 and Lyrical, we'll see you at the crossroads so your hoes don't be lonely. I hope that this woman sees this entire season. And although it was entertaining at some points, I think it's time to do some revamping and changing because these people on here as main castmates ain't giving shit. And it's more to love and hip-hop than just drama all the damn time. Yeah, give us the drama, but also give us something worth having. This show could catapult some people's careers back into the limelight. Can we get on some shit like that? Half of these people keep up drama. We ain't never seen them in a recording studio, but they supposed to have ties to hip-hop. How? I don't know. But anyway, that's it for me, y'all. That is it. Now, word on the curb is that these people is going to show the finale of Greenleaf this week. If that is true, then I will come back for that. Other than that, I want to wish every one of you that is listening to this review a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy being with your families. I hope you get the reason for the season, and that you can reflect back this week on things that you should be grateful for. I personally am grateful for simply waking up every morning in my right state of mind, able to move my body and do the things that I have to do. I'm grateful for my loved things who support me, whether I'm on camera or off camera. I'm grateful for my family who loves me unconditionally, even though we bump heads sometimes and we got to square up sometimes. They still there for me. I'm just grateful to still be on this side of creation, because I don't know nothing about death, okay? And I ain't trying to know nothing about it no time soon, okay? So that's what I'm most grateful for. But you can put down in the panty section, what are you grateful for this week? Reflecting back, what are you grateful for? It could be you got you a new car. It could be you done got you your first apartment or a new apartment or bought your house. Whatever. Put it down and let me know what you're feeling, because this is going to probably be our last interaction before until next week. I'm not coming back to do nothing down here unless it's green leaf for you guys, because I promise. But my fuck shit Friday, none of that. We ain't doing nothing else. This is it. I'm taking the week to. I think I worked hard enough down here to where I could take a little minute. I could take a week off, and I'm gonna take this week, the rest of it off, and enjoy my family. Try to figure out what the hell they talking about cooking, because see, Trace, I don't know, girl. They talking about. At first we was traditional. Yesterday that shit changed to something else. They saying they want to do traditional for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, and do something else for more like seafood wise or barbecue or something for Thanksgiving. I don't know what the hell we gonna do, child. I'm just here to provide the skills necessary to make sure that don't nobody walk away with salmonella poisoning, okay? That's all the hell I'm here for. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thoughts and opinions is. Happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of my loved things and my enemies that take the time to come over here and watch. Happy Thanksgiving, bitch. Okay? Happy Thanksgiving to my loved things. Y'all remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video, because ratings get me recognized on the YouTube stream. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought about season 5 of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, as well as what are you grateful for this? What are you thanking God for this as we approach this holiday season? If you have not become a love thing, please feel free to do so today for the free 99. Just hit your notification bell so that each and every time that I'm on these YT streets, you'll be notified. And you can come over and join in the fun. And that's it, y'all. If we don't do Greenleaf, if I can't squeeze it in, I'm going to do everything I can. If Greenleaf come through with the finale, I'll be back. If not, happy Thanksgiving. And I'll see y'all asses next week. Peace.